Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Your host Alvaro to bring you another exciting, successful, and interesting guest. In this case, we're gonna go to find out more about this famous actress that turned into a professional real estate agent. Her name is Vanessa Villela. She's a good friend of mine. She's based in LA. You probably have seen her, if not in her previous TV shows of Señor de los Cielos, or now more recently into real estate in Selling Sunset. She's been now transitioning into the agency, has been selling some of the most amazing properties, and is going to tell us all about how to become a public figure and leverage your personal brand into selling some of the most incredible properties. So let me bring her in.
Hi!
There she is. What's
Hey,
going on,
how
Vanessa?
are you?
Muy bien. How are you?
Muy bien, gracias. Aquí súper contenta. I'm very happy to be with you again and your audience.
Of course, now the pleasure is mine. And look, it's such a pleasure to hear more about all the things that you've been working on. I know last time we discussed, you were going through some situations. So I'm really excited about today because I want to find out more about how have you turned your TV career into now a successful real estate career, which is unbelievable. So for those that don't know much about you, they probably have heard your name or seen you on previous TV shows. So why don't you give us a little summary of who Vanessa is?
Yes, of course. Well, I'm Mexican. I was born and raised in Mexico City. I started acting when I was 4 years old. And I've been an actor my whole life. I moved to the US 18 years ago. I went to Miami to start working with Telemundo. I'm doing soap operas and the villains and, superhero kind of thing, like El Señor de los Cielos, like you mentioned. That was one of my favorite characters that I played. And 5 years ago, through a tragedy in the family, my sister passed away. And she had a staging company. She suggested before she passed away for me to get involved in real estate. And when she died, it pretty much like she guided me pretty much. She pushed me to literally follow her advice. And it's crazy because I always wanted to do the crossover, and that's the reason why I moved to LA, right? I mean, I did so much in the acting industry in Spanish and in soap operas, but I was like, okay, it's now time for me to take it further. Just like in everything, you always want to move further in your life and your career and everything. So I moved here. As soon as I got my real estate license, everything started to flow like butter in my life. It was like just blessing after blessing that she was sending me, and she was pretty much screaming at me like, yes, I'm here and I'm guiding you. This is one of the things that you should do. And she knew that I love helping people. It's one of my things since I'm little. Like even I remember when we were little, I would go, and if anyone would be like, she was bigger, the big sister, and if anyone would mess up with her or something, I'll be like, yes, I'm the sister. I'm here to protect her and save her or whatever. I was always like the savior, like making people's dreams come true or helping in any way since I was little. So obviously real estate has a lot to do with that, and I am loving every bit of it. So that's pretty much how I started. It was just crazy.
I love the story, by the way. And there is one thing that you mentioned in here, which is your why, right? Your sister was guiding you to do something, and that's how you found your purpose. And it's not just about staying comfortable, because you can have continued doing your TV shows and keep on building your career in that direction. But you took that leap of faith, follow your why to do something bigger. And that's why you transitioned into real estate. But you did it in a way that kind of fall into place very nicely, right? Because you then went into TV shows as well for real estate, being in Selling Sunset. So how was that transition?
Wow, it was awesome. I cannot say that it was like any other thing. It was nerve-wracking because it was my first time to be on TV as Vanessa. And, obviously being on TV with a script is completely different than being on TV, being yourself and like, oh, okay, what should we do now? Like, it's not like they guide you so much. So it's just, you have to be yourself. Obviously, as soon as I started doing it, I became more comfortable. But, everyone was new. It was like going to school for the first time in my my life, and the new student and everything. It was a little weird, but also it was awesome to especially after the show came out, to realize the impact that you can have in people's lives and how you can inspire so many people through your story. And even though I share a little bit about my story, you know, it inspires so many people that it was like shocking. And it was like, wow, this is so awesome. I mean, now people know me as Vanessa, not only as the actress. And that also creates a lot of trust from, you know, from clients. And, you know, it's just incredible. It was an incredible experience.
It's very beautiful to see that journey. Let me ask you, because I mean, of course, you come from the TV shows, there is drama, you're having this character in real estate.
Yeah.
Do you have like different versions on like, okay, I'm Vanessa, real estate agent, this is my character, and you transform yourself, or you 360 all the time the same?
No, I'm 360 all the time myself. I mean, I think that, you know, authenticity and being genuine is what people get drawn to, you know, especially with me. That's what either you like, that you cannot make up like, oh, this is, I'm faking to be whoever, you know. I think that people will like you more if you're yourself, and then just go with it, you know. Be yourself. That's the most beautiful characteristic, or you know, that someone can have.
It is nice to hear from you, because often we see, again, all these great real estate TV shows and all these successful real estate brokers, and everybody kind of behaves in one particular way. So for those that are aspiring to get there, they're like, I need to act more like these people. And it's completely the opposite of who they actually are. And then it creates that conflict, right?
Yeah, of course. And it's not going to make you feel happy, and people are going to feel it. Like, energy is very powerful, and people feel, even if it's like not necessarily like they're going to tell you, oh, I feel like you're faking it. There's something that your soul knows, you know. It's like, I don't know. And then you don't build trust.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
No, I like that. And you mentioned energy. You know, I always say energy is the current currency for personal and professional success. But what are some of the key lessons that you've learned throughout your career that you are applying up to today in real estate, from building your personal brand and TV shows and all this?
I mean, I think wow. I mean, one of the things that I've learned is like, there's not always going to be a win situation, you know. Like, sometimes you have to go through like losing a bid war in, you know, in a house, and that's very painful, because I had a couple that, you know, we were bidding for a house and we lost it, and I felt like it was my own, you know. It just like, oh, I lost it, and they wanted that house so much. And yeah, I think those are the things that you need to learn to accept, that not every time you're going to win, but when you do, and that, like, you know, that feeling when you give the keys to someone, their dream home, or you're just, even if it's not their dream home, maybe it's an investment, whatever it is, you made it happen, and then it's just so rewarding. It's so beautiful.
I love that. So you're doing real estate right now in Los Angeles, but you're also doing it in Mexico, and you have some really interesting projects right now. So tell us some about the current projects you're working on.
Yes, I am super excited. I can't believe that I'm now in Mexico. I have an incredible team in San Miguel de Allende. This is a beautiful property. It's called Rancho La Piedad in San Miguel de Allende. It's 15 minutes away from the town, and it's 133-acre land.
Wow.
Massive. See? Enorme.
Wow.
So this is a property right now that it has 2 houses at the moment, and then the rest is farmland. So they used to, just to give you an example, they used to farm asparagus for Costco for years. And then obviously the life of asparagus plant is just for so long, and then you have to change and whatever. But one of the things that this, you know, opportunity this is like an investor's opportunity, I think, because if you change the use of suelo, I don't know, I just completely
the land,
which is something easy in Mexico, then you have the possibility to build, you know, subdivide the land and then do different houses with vineyards, which is something that they're doing in real estate, and have your own business of wine literally in your backyard, you know. Or you can have a hotel, or you have a retreat with the spa, and you know, it's so big that you can do so many things in there, that someone that is thinking of developing or investing in Mexico, I think would be perfect for this incredible
We'll
ranch.
definitely put the link so that people can go and check it out.
Yes.
How much is it?
It's 120 million Mexican pesos, which is today would be around 6.8 to $7 million.
Oh, wow, not bad. So prices are actually very, very nice in consideration to the amount of land that you're getting
I
and
know,
what you can do in there.
exactly. I mean, people say like, oh, that's too, I mean, some people could be like, oh, that sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot if you consider that you have 133 acres.
Mhm.
It's massive.
Now, let me ask you, Vanessa, because you've been going through so many things in your life and resiliency, right? Like it's one
Yeah.
of those things that you need to keep on forefront to thrive at the end of the day, because you've had some terrible losses in your life and a lot of shifts. So what is one of the things that you do that keeps you strong up here? Because the mindset is really so powerful.
Yeah, well, I do two things. One of them is my meditations. Like I do a lot of meditations because I definitely feel like it's, and my, the guy that actually taught me these meditations, he says like, it's like shower, like getting a shower. You have to clean your energy. You have to clean your mind. You have to put yourself in a, at least it's not necessarily a high frequency, and people think that you have to be happy all the time, but at least in a stable energy. So when things come your way, when stressful situations come your way, you have the strength to face them in a different way instead of getting so overwhelmed by it or going crazy at situations. The other one for sure is like my mindset coach. She has helped me tremendously to hold the bar, hold the vision, and make sure that I don't that I don't like let the negative thinking or the doubt, which is, it happens to everyone. Like fear is the biggest problem of everyone, and it's you, the only one that can control or change that fear is you. You have to push through it, and you have to, so be strong with them. I think definitely mindset coach like mine is awesome, or meditations, or both actually. I think without both I would not be where I am today, because it gives me the strength mentally and emotionally to be at my best, and to, even when I feel like I can't go on, I go and there, again, and I do it. That's how it is. And even sometimes you're like, I don't want to do it today, but that's when you need it the most. So you just, even if it's 5 minutes, but give that.
Oh my God, so true. Look, I always ask this question to all of our guests, and I'm very curious to know, what is luxury to you?
Wow. Luxury personally to me is just being healthy, being peaceful, and just being in a loved. That's luxury for me, if in a personal way. You can't have what is life or luxury or anything without good health, without love, without peace. It's nothing.
I love it.
And the real estate way, I think, is just like, what can I say for luxury? I think
no, that was the right answer. Trust me.
Okay, awesome.
There is no
Awesome.
wrong or right for real estate or life. That was what came from your heart, and I love it because it's very beautiful. And look, we just did this past weekend, our wellness weekend, at our creators' home. Basically, is having this beautiful real estate property that, hey, instead of just keeping it there and taking some pictures and videos of, look how nice this property looks like, how can we activate it? How can we do something powerful in there? And one of the things that we are passionate about, like you mentioned, is your health. So how can we bring together a community of people that want to improve their health? How can we bring all companies and brands that are doing things to elevate our well-being, and putting all that together within a real estate property? At the end of the day, a luxury home that is worth 50 million, it makes it more magical, and that's the ultimate luxury. So next one, you need to come, by the way. I'll send you an invite and you'll come and join us.
Yeah. I will love that. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome.
Or we do it in the rancho.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, help me find a buyer, please.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I look forward.
Thank you so much for this interview. I really enjoy it. And thank you so much to your audience, incredible audience. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you again.
No, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing everything you do, and keep on inspiring and empowering so many to go after their dreams and remain their best version possible. So I look forward to seeing you soon. I might be in LA soon, so I'll let you know. And then if you're coming to Miami, because there's also a lot of things happening here, let us know and we'll happy to show you around.
Of course. Thank you so much, Alvaro.
Bueno.
Have an amazing. Thank you, everyone.
Gracias.